As dusk settles over the water, a living column of smoke begins to rise. It twists and pulses, a silent vortex in the cooling air. This is no fire, but a dance of life, a fleeting spectacle performed by an ancient and vital creature. To understand this dance, we must look not to the air, but down, deep into the cold mud below. Here, in the oxygen-starved floor of the pond, our story begins. It begins with a creature that looks like a tiny crimson thread. This is the larva of the non-biting midge, Chironomus plumosus, known to many as the bloodworm. That vibrant red is not a warning, but its secret to survival. It comes from a hemoglobin-like pigment that saturates its body, allowing it to bind and store the faintest traces of dissolved oxygen. In a world that would suffocate most, the bloodworm thrives. It does not simply drift in the ooze, it builds. Using silk spun from glands near its mouth, it constructs a precise silk-lined tube within the sediment. This burrow is its fortress and its engine. Safe inside, the larva undulates its body, creating a current that pulls fresh, oxygenated water through its home. It is a tiny bellows, trading motion for breath. This tube is its anchor against the currents, and a refuge from the many mouths that hunt it. A sunfish nosing through the cattail shadows, a hungry newt, or the hungry nymph of a dragonfly, all are threats. With a quick retreat, the bloodworm vanishes into the mud, the silk flexing to absorb the disturbance. But it cannot hide forever. Hunger drives it to the doorway of its tube, where it sweeps the surrounding detritus for food. It favors flecks of decaying leaves, crushed algae, and the occasional microcrustacean, diligently turning rot into energy. It is the pond's unseen janitor, cleaning as it eats, and in doing so, it moves energy from dead matter back into the living web of life. This hidden, red chapter of its life holds vital clues for us. Ecologists study bloodworm populations as frontline indicators of an ecosystem's health. Their abundance can signal water stressed by warm, nutrient-rich runoff, while their sudden absence can warn of toxins. They are quiet analysts in silk suits, their very existence a report on the state of our freshwater. For months, sometimes even years, the bloodworm toils in the dark, molting its skin as it grows, storing the energy it will need for the most dramatic journey of its life. When the time is right, signaled by the lengthening days and warming water, a profound change begins. Inside its silken tube, the larva transforms into a pupa. It ceases to feed, its body reorganizing for a new world. A tiny pocket of gas forms within its thorax, a natural life vest. This is its ticket to the sky. With brisk kicks of its abdomen, the pupa leaves its muddy home for the last time and begins its quiet ascent. It rises through the dark water, a small brown vessel carrying the promise of flight. The journey is perilous. Fish learn this schedule, patrolling the water column to intercept the rising pupae. For those that make it, the greatest barrier still awaits, the surface of the pond. The pupa presses against the water's surface, and for a moment the liquid skin dimples, trembles, then stills. Then, with surgical precision, the skin along its back splits open like a zipper. An adult midge begins to unfold, pulling itself from its old casing. It stands for a few precious seconds on the water itself, its feet repelling the liquid, as hemolymph is pumped into its soft, crumpled wings. They lengthen, clear, and harden in the air. Within minutes, a creature of the mud has become a creature of the wind. All across the pond, thousands are doing the same. The surface freckles with these tiny acts of transformation, and behind them, the papery skins of their former selves, called exuvia, drift in the current, a ghostly record of the great emergence. Now, our midge joins the column of its brothers, the living smoke we saw at dusk. They gather above a landmark, a pale rock, a log, or even a person's hat, a single, stable point in a moving world. This is the swarm, and it is a spectacle of sound. The air thrums with the beat of thousands of wings. But the male midge, Chironomus plumosus, is not here to see. He is here to listen. And his tools for listening are the most magnificent part of his anatomy, his two feathery antennae. These are not for smelling or for touch. They are ears, exquisitely designed to hear one specific sound. Each filament of these plumes funnels the tiniest air vibrations down to a complex sensory hub at the base called the Johnston's organ. This ring of hundreds of microscopic receivers converts the vibration of sound into nerve signals. To the male midge, the air is a river of sound waves. He is deaf to the rustle of reeds and the call of a distant bird. He is tuned to a single, narrow frequency, the wingbeat of a female Chironomus plumosus, a note she hums hundreds of times each second. His entire brief adult life has been leading to this moment. He cannot bite, his mouth parts are reduced, and most adults will never eat. He has only a few days, fueled by the energy he stored as a bloodworm, to find a mate. His scientific name, plumosus, literally means feathery, a tribute to the tools that will decide his fate. This remarkable biological engineering has not gone unnoticed. Scientists study these delicate antennae to design miniature directional microphones for everything from advanced hearing aids to sophisticated drone sensors, learning how to isolate a faint, vital signal from a world of noise. In the swarm, a female flies into the column. Her higher-pitched wingbeat cuts through the drone of the males. Our midge's plumes quiver. He has heard her. Tilting his antennae, he locks onto her signal and spirals toward the sound, his compass a vibration in the air. They meet in a brief, tumbling clasp, a momentary union before separating. His purpose is fulfilled. The female, now fertilized, will soon return to the water's surface. She will deposit a glistening, gelatinous ribbon of eggs, a clear raft that will carry the next generation. These eggs will sink to the bottom, and from them new bloodworms will hatch, beginning the cycle once more. The adult midges, their dance complete, will drift back to the earth. Their bodies, born of the pond, will return their nutrients to the soil and plants along the shore, feeding the very ecosystem that created them. They are a bridge between the water and the land, a quiet, tireless delivery service powered by the smallest of wings. From the red thread breathing in the mud to the dusk dancer listening in the air, the non-biting midge connects its world in a cycle of life, death, and renewal. Every part of this creature's journey is a marvel of adaptation, from its oxygen-hoarding youth to its sound-sensitive adulthood. Which of these incredible traits did you find the most fascinating? Was it the red bloodworm building its silk fortress in the mud, the perilous ascent on a bubble of air, or the male's feathery antenna, built not to feel but to hear the song of a mate? Let us know in the comments below.